Hi, welcome back with another movie explanation. Today, I'm going to explain a romantic drama film called Slither. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. At the beginning of the movie, we see a meteor that falls from the sky to the earth and is shaped like an egg. Then, we see a girl named Starla who is talking to someone after helping her children with their studies. At the same time, her husband Grant comes there. Then, in the night, Grant tries to get intimate with his wife Starla, but she refuses, which makes him angry, and he leaves from there. Starla tries to stop him, but he doesn't. Then, Grant arrives at a bar, where he meets Brenda. He knew her since childhood. She takes him to the forest where both of them have a lot of fun. Then suddenly, Brenda tries to get intimate with Grant, but he refuses her and says that I'm a married man, and my wife's name is Starla, so I can't do all of this with you. Brenda doesn't like it, but she doesn't have a choice. At the same time, Grant's gaze falls upon a broken egg that had fallen from the sky. Something comes out of it which is very sticky. They both follow it and move forward. Then they see a very disgusting and strange creature inside it. A sharp object comes out from inside it which enters Grant's mouth. After which, Grant starts crying out of pain and falls on the ground. Then we see that the creature immediately reaches his mind and starts controlling his body. When Brenda tries to pick him up, Brenda sees blood oozing from his nose, ears, and eyes. Then he gets up and runs to his house without saying anything to Brenda. As soon as he reaches home, he goes straight to the fridge, takes out all of the meat, and starts eating them abruptly. After this, the next morning, we see Starla plays his favorite song to persuade Grant, who reaches there after listening to the music. Starla then apologizes to Grant for that night. Grant starts crying, and then Starla also gets emotional and starts kissing him. Then Starla's eyes fall on the mark on the Grant's stomach. Starla asks Grant about it, and he tells him it's just an insect bite. After that, they both get intimate. Then, Grant goes to the market to buy a lot of meat. This leaves the shopkeeper quite surprised, and he asks him the reason for this. Grant tells him that he's about to arrange a small surprise party for his wife's birthday, so he's preparing in advance. Grant's body is undergoing rapid changes. Because of this, he's also feeling very hungry. While coming out of the shop, his eyes fall on a dog. He gets very happy seeing him, which confirms that he is going to kill and eat that dog. Then we see Grant and Starla getting ready for a party. At the same time, Grant looks at his body, which has strange marks. While Starla is taking a shower in the bathroom, Grant slowly walks towards her, and a slimy tentacle starts coming out of his stomach. He's looking at Starla in a very dangerous way, like he's about to eat her. Just when he's about to open the bathroom door, Starla turns and sees him standing there. Starla asks him what he's doing here. Then he says that he got some important work in the office, and that's why he will have to leave in a hurry. Starla gets very upset to hear this as the party is going to start, but Grant tells her that he will be there before the party begins. After that, Grant goes to Brenda's house and approaches her. Brenda is quite surprised to see her as he left her abruptly and they had not met since that day. Brenda even thought that Grant was dead. When Grant asks her about her husband, she reveals that her husband is out of town and she's living with her child only. Grant is overjoyed to hear this. He enters the house and closes the door. When he takes off his clothes to get intimate with Brenda, tentacles start coming out of his stomach. Seeing them, Brenda gets very scared and tries to run away. Grant grabs her and puts his tentacles in her stomach. Due to this, she starts suffocating and is in vigorous pain. On the other hand, Starla is very sad because Grant does not reach the party and has to go home where it is completely dark. She tries to call Grant but gets no response. Then comes Grant, whose condition has become worse than before, and he starts looking more unsightly. Seeing this, Starla gets very scared and asks the reason for this. Grant tells him that he is bitten by the bees and that's why he has a disfigured face. Starla then asks him to go to the hospital, but he refuses to do so and tells him that he has already visited Dr. Carl. The next day, Starla asks Dr. Carl about Grant's condition, but he reveals that he hadn't met her husband for over a year. Hearing this, Starla feels very strange and understands that Grant has lied to her and he's in big trouble. After this, we see many dogs and cats disappearing. Then, Grant finally reaches a farmhouse with a lot of meat in the bag where he has kept Brenda, who was suffering from hunger. Grant offers her a lot of meat, which she ends up eating raw. Meanwhile, police arrive at Grant's house and ask Starla about Grant. To this, he tells them that Grant has not come back from the office yet. Officer Bill tells him that a girl named Brenda has been missing from Friday night, and her neighbor saw Grant with Brenda on the same day, and they have to talk to him regardless of this matter. Bill then gives Starla his number and asks her to call when Grant arrives. Hearing this, Starla gets very upset and she breaks open the basement door to go inside. There, she sees that Grant has killed a lot of dogs and cats, taking out their whole flesh. That's the place where the foul smell was coming from. This shows that no one else but Grant is killing all the animals of the city. Seeing this, Starla gets very scared and tries to call police officer Bill back, but she sees Grant outside the window who was looking even more terrifying this time. She gets very scared and tries to run away, but Grant catches her and tells her that she betrayed me. Then he tries to put tentacles inside her as well. Starla attacks him with the lamp and tries to escape from there, but Grant grabs her and strangles her with his hands. Now we see that his hands start wrapping around Starla's neck like a snake. Then the police officer Bill reaches there with some other officers. Seeing them, Grant runs away, but the police are also very scared seeing Grant because he was looking very strange and disgusting. 3 days later, we see the town's mayor, Jack, at the police station, insisting on Bill to capture Grant. On this, Bill tells him that they are trying their best, but he was actually not taking his words seriously. This makes Jack very angry. At the same time, he gets a call that an animal had been attacked in a farmhouse. On hearing this, the police officers reach there and see that animals have been killed in a very bad way, which was devastating to see. Bill then discovers that Grant has been hunting animals in a pattern. He explained this thing to the entire team present there, and also find out the location of his next victim. After this, all of them reach the location to catch Grant and prepare a trap to catch him. In the night, as they all wait for him to come, we learn that Bill and Starla already know each other, and both liked each other during their college days. Then, Grant, who looks even more disgusting, appears there. He looks like a terrifying animal and is passing through the farm after hunting a cow. Then, despite Bill's refusal, Starla approaches him to stop him. Although she's very scared, she still tries to assure him that everything will be alright. She tells Grant, "You are just sick, and that's why we have come to take you to the hospital." While they are talking, all other police officers surround him from all the sides. Starla then asks him to come with her, but Grant refuses. At the same time, a man from their team tries to stop Grant by gunning him down, but Grant attacks him with his huge tentacles, causing his body to be completely cut in two halves and he dies horribly. Seeing this, all the people present there get very scared and Grant runs away. The men then follow him to the same farmhouse where Grant has kept Brenda, who has transformed into a balloon. They are all shocked to see this, but before they can do anything to help her, she bursts and many insects come out from inside her. Those insects start trying to enter the mouth of all the people present there, but Bill and Starla, as well as some other officers, escape from them. Then, we see a girl named Kelly who is taking a bath in the bathtub. Then, a worm enters her tub and tries to get inside her mouth, but she catches the worm and stops it from going inside her body. During this, she starts seeing the history related to those insects. She learns that these insects have come from another planet. They are very small, but they change their size according to their host and destroy the whole planet, after which they leave for another planet. She gets very scared seeing this and comes out of the house by jumping from the roof. But the insects still chase her and start encircling her from all sides, due to which she has no other choice but run towards her car park in the campus. She opens the door and goes inside the car to save herself. After this, we see the farmhouse where the worms have entered inside many police officers. They have all fainted. Bill is unable to contact the station. Therefore, he leaves for the city alone to ask for help. Then, all the people who are infected by the insect wake up one by one, and this time, they all start behaving like the zombies, who are completely under Grant's control. Jack and Starla try to stop them, but the zombies capture one of the surviving officers and another one spits on her. Because of this, she dies on the spot. Grant's voice comes out from the creatures and tells Starla that you can't do this, but Starla kills one of the zombies with a gun and leaves with Jack. Meanwhile, Kelly's entire family have become zombies and were trying to attack her. Bill saves her, and they both run away from there, dodging all the zombies. He then arrives at the farm with Starla, Jack, and Kelly. Meanwhile, Bill is shocked to see Starla killing a zombie. Bill then calls a police station and tries to warn the gallery about the bugs there, but she is also attacked by the insect and she too comes under Grant's control. At the same time, Bill is attacked by a car, causing his accident, and then all the zombies to take away Jack and Starla from there. Later, Kelly and Bill manage to get out of the car. Bill then reaches the police station to collect the grenade. There, he's attacked by a zombie dog, but Kelly comes there and saves him, after which, both of them leaves with a grenade and reaches Grant's house. There, Jack was kept in a dark room, and as soon as he lights the matchstick in his hand, he sees that there were many zombies in that room. He immediately tries to run away, but the zombies grab him and he also dies. Here, we see that all the people who have become zombies are slowly getting attached to Grant's body, and he is getting bigger. Starla was drawn to meet Grant, but she approaches him, but Grant is furious with her because he felt that Starla had betrayed him. He then tries to kill her by wrapping her, but when Starla sees that Grant still has her photo, she understands that he still remembers her and loves her. Then she tried to trap him in her words and slowly approaches him. As she approaches, she attacks him with a knife hidden in her clothes, after which Grant moans in pain and throws her away. Hearing Grant scream, Bill also reaches there, killing the zombies, and with the help of Kelly, they try to attack Grant with a hand grenade, but Grant throws him away after hitting him too, causing the hand grenade to fall into the ground and get ruined. At the same time, Grant tries to put both his tentacles inside the Bill, but Bill grabs one of the tentacles and puts it in a cylinder lying there. This causes the gas to be transferred into Grant's body. At Bill's behest, Starla shoots Grant with a gun, which causes a huge explosion and kills him. All the rest of the townsmen who have become zombies like him are also killed. During this, Starla and Kelly think that Bill had also been killed, but he is alive and everyone is happy to see this. Then, all three of them leave, and with this, the film ends. Although in the post-credit scene, we can see that a cat had eaten the remains of Grant, and now she has become infected as well. Slither is a 2006 American science fiction black comedy horror film, written and directed by James Gunn, and has been produced by Paul Brooks and Eric Newman. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. Stay safe.